Two things to keep in mind whenever you are releasing negative emotions. Number one, it is very important that you do not expect your nervous system to move you from a very negative emotion to a very positive one in a split second. Also, realize that moving from a very negative emotion to a less negative one is still progress. Even if you move into a neutral emotion where you're not feeling neither negative nor a positive emotion, this is still good progress. And here you may ask yourself, how do I know if I'm feeling a neutral emotion or I'm just being dissociated? I'm not allowing myself to feel. And this can happen because due to our programming and to our protection mechanisms, we may be pushing ourselves to, dissociate and disconnect from our feelings. And so at this point, you may wonder, how can I discern whether it is me being in a neutral state or I'm, being in disconnect from my emotions? Here, no one can tell you that this is how you should feel like. This is the emotion that you should be experiencing. Here is the moment where you need to trust your inner knowing. You need to trust your inner intelligence. So at this point, where you are standing in witness of your emotion, you will realize that, I'm holding this space for the emotion, and it's just being. I'm allowing this emotion to just be. Whereas if you are in a state of disconnect and you hold that space, then you're telling your nervous system, I'm creating the safe space to feel. And so you may notice few instances where the emotion, some kind of emotion wants to come out, wants to express, wants to release, but then there's this protection mechanism that pulls you into, let's disconnect, let's not feel that. And so this is where your inner knowing will tell you if this is what is happening. If you're trying to run away from these micro moments where an emotion wants to come out, and then you're just being disconnected and dissociated from that emotion. Because the most powerful thing that you can do is to hold space for your emotions to just be. This is where your nervous system feels safe to release these emotions. But if you are, experiencing just a neutral emotion, then you may notice that there's nothing else coming up. And from that place, you can easily move into, start moving into more positive emotions. With all of that in mind, it's very important to not pressure ourselves to be experiencing happy emotions, positive emotions 24/7. The brain is not designed to give us that, okay? Don't have this expectation of your nervous system that you have to be happy, joyful, feeling on top of the world 24/7. Let me know if these tips resonate or if you find them helpful. Also, if you have any questions when it comes to how to intelligently manage your emotions, please don't hesitate to reach out.